Whoa, did y'all take the intro out? Oh, that was sick. That was sick. We might as well start, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, that
we can get started. You want to give a couple more minutes? It's 8:31.
we can give a couple more
Let's
minutes
just
if you
give a
want.
couple. Let's take a couple sips.
All right,
Let's do a toast.
let's do a toast.
Cheers
Cheers to us.
to us.
And what you drinking there?
I have a rosé.
And the rosé.
It's really good.
Yeah, I think I'm finishing the last part of our pure henny off.
Yeah,
I hope we are in Jamaica in
because we
September,
are long overdue.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Well, let's get this party started.
let's get this party started. Well, welcome
To the RESH life.
to the RESH life. This is episode 7, and I am Michael Flagg, and this is my beautiful wife.
Sherelle Flagg.
And we are going to bring you some just raw, rugged RESH life. RESH means the head, brilliant, beginning, and that's the name that we decided to put over our empire and start this thing up. So, what are we doing tonight, Sugar Muffin?
So I think we need to kick off with part 2 of the vision board because we had some questions. I got a couple of texts, people asking about a little bit more information about how we put together this wonderful vision board that's over here.
Okay.
So I wanted to just kind of get into like the materials and things like that because that was one of the biggest questions people had. Like, what did you use to start it? And some people think that you got to have all of this big fancy stuff and you don't.
No, no.
I like
have to start, baby.
I just like to go overboard sometimes, but this is not our first one. So if you watch the last episode, I think this is like our 3rd or 4th vision board right here.
Mm-hmm.
But it grew as time went on.
Yes.
Because we started out like really small. We was just learning about the process. And then we was like, okay, we want to think bigger and grander because it's our vision. So the vision board.
Especially when we knew it started working.
It hit different. The Michael supplies hit different when you know that you didn't check some shit off on that vision board. So you're more willing to spend a little bit more money at Joann's and Michael's on making it look as grandiose or not as you want it to be. Basically, like the letters and everything that's on here, I got from either Joann's or Michael's. A lot of stuff, the paper that you see, I would just go to the internet and search and Google things of our interest and print them out and hot glue gun it up there. Even like the wooden, you can see these, the different letters put together, the names, dream, wish, relax, friends, laugh. I got those, I think, at Joann's. And I just kind of painted them and we just made it what we wanted it to be. First of all, your personality. Okay, I'm going to turn this back over here for my Instagram live family. But your personality should come out in your vision board. So it doesn't have to look like or be like ours or anybody else's. It's your vision. So just get the supplies you want. The canvas, we graduated. I think this is the biggest one we had so far.
This is the biggest one.
And it's sitting on an easel.
Yeah. Right in the bedroom.
Right in the bedroom. So when we wake up and you sit up or whatever, however you get up, once we look in that direction, that vision board is right there every single day.
Yep.
So even when you don't know that you're pouring into it and receiving from it, you are, because it's right there and it's in your vision. It's like if you see the same thing every day driving to work or whatever you're doing in your neighborhood or wherever, you see the same thing. You might not pay it attention all the time, but it's still there. So it works. The supplies are easy. You can use scrapbooking supplies. You can make up your own stuff. You can just do whatever you want to do and get creative, as creative as you want to get with it.
That's it.
You got anything you want to add to that?
No. I will say again, you really want to be specific. You don't want to be general. You want to be down to the color, the weight, the model.
Why is that?
Because it actually, you're going to get what you ask for. And if you're not real detailed, it's just going to be just what you ask for. So make it detailed. While it's working, you might as well just throw it all in and ask the Lord for exactly what it is you want, what size, what color skin. I don't know.
Well, that's what he wants us to do anyway when we come
Exactly.
to him. He wants us to, God wants us to be specific
Yeah.
in what we're coming to him for and asking him
How
for.
long the hair
You know,
is,
like
what
whatever
height,
it is. Like,
how strong.
yes,
whatever
describe
it is.
it down to a T.
Exactly.
And that's what you want to project onto your vision board. And that's what you want
That's it.
to see.
Yeah.
So that was that for the vision board. But it's not the end. So if you still have questions or anything that, you know, we can help with guidance with a vision board. I've always wanted to do like a vision board party. We did something similar at the salon with our staff.
Yes.
Where we had everybody create vision boards and we had them up in the salon. And I just think it's a really good thing. It's a great thing to bring people together, and it's a great thing for people to bring out what is on the inside of them.
There you go. For one of our today's topics, we were on a phone call earlier this week with the Board of Cosmetology.
Wow.
And that was one of the worst phone calls I've ever seen. If that was on a comedy, that could have been on a comedy show.
For it to have been a board, a formed board.
Yeah.
It was utterly ridiculous. I was actually embarrassed a little bit. Well, I was embarrassed.
It was so confusing. We thought they had some type of power, and basically they were saying, for the most part, we can't even talk to the governor to see exactly what the open up protocol is. So the governor is going to mandate whatever he's going to mandate, and we're just going to have to figure the rest out ourselves.
Yeah, they basically was saying that they found out when we found out.
Yeah.
And that was crazy, because I mean, you think, you know, being a professional in this industry, Michael and I have been in the industry now for about 25 years or more apiece.
You're probably longer than me.
Probably by 1 year.
Or something like that.
Probably by 1 year. Anywho. But it was just like wow, like this is what it is. I mean, I was flabbergasted. I'm even talking about it now. I'm just like, those same emotions are there, because it was shocking. Like, you look at the board of anything as your support, and I think we learned that it really is not. We've heard that the board is really put in place to emphasize the regulations, and that was pretty much it.
It seemed like they said, you guys pretty much on your own. Here goes the rules for the whole state.
From the governor.
Who doesn't do hair, who's probably never been in a beauty salon.
Yeah.
Doesn't really know none of the rules. But he's going to give you these rules, and you follow them, and open up June 1st. Boom. Now, our team has gotten together and developed a nice plan for our salon to open up on, do a soft opening up on June 1st. And we'll actually do a video later, but it's all on us. They're not going to give us any masks or gloves or
anything. No supplies.
No supplies.
All you're getting is that governor's order and what you're supposed to do and what you're not supposed to do. So, you know, everybody, we would like to thank everybody in our industry that are facing these same things, same challenges that we are just going to use their intelligence and their common sense and mush them together as much as possible and come out with some greatness to keep us all safe as we begin to softly open up. I know we want to train our staff.
Yes.
We've ordered a lot of supplies, and these are the things that really I feel should be provided to everybody that has to, go out and go back to work, because we have to get back to work at some point. But we just want to do our part. We want to try to keep educating ourselves on the matter, educate our staff, and just go from there.
I heard the Delaware beaches were opening this weekend.
Oh, now I have a whole problem with that.
Oh,
But so even with the Delaware beaches opening, the biggest part that I have a problem with is that masks are not mandatory.
no, it said the masks are not. I thought if you walk out in Delaware, you had to have a mask.
I thought that it was mandatory. If you left out your house, you have to have a mask on. To go to a beach with a whole bunch of people and not have, I don't get it.
Well, before you let your kid go down, think about this. You tell them there will be no bathrooms, pretty much outside.
Oh, yeah, we saw that.
Okay, and the restaurants are not open. They're like for takeout, so
it's not worth it.
It's not the same beach as you think you're going to.
And I'm a beach person.
I know.
So like, you know how I feel about the beach, but I will not be caught on any beach right now. I don't give a damn where. Yeah. There's no way. There's no way in hell.
At least till September.
Exactly. So anyway, because I'm catching these lashes, right, y'all? The lights is being down. So I would make my staff, if they're on here, especially Ange, proud of me, because I put my lashes on, y'all, for the first time. Like the last time I had to have my daughter help me do it, and it just didn't go too well. So, but I did it myself, and I'm so. You see them?
You look gorgeous, baby.
Oh, thank you, honey. I like them.
Yeah.
That might be like a new.
Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah, okay, so that was a sidebar. I'm sorry. I had to get the lashes some love.
All right. Well, so what we do is we drift into the part where we try to give the people something to take home to make them better than they were before they started listening to this episode. And one of the topics that we're going to discuss tonight is how to operate when you're in a crisis, because it's it can go down really quick.
How to operate what? Like your life?
Just how to operate and stay focused, or give yourself direction in a crisis. Okay. And we broke it down into 5 steps. And we're not going to tell you anything that we haven't gone through. I'm not saying that like we're old, because we've only been married like 10 years.
Yeah, it'll be 11 years.
Yeah, it'll be 11 coming up. And we only been in business, I don't know, we've been in business a long time. But we made a lot of mistakes, and what we can try to do is
learned a lot from the mistakes.
I put up a post the other day. I'm not taking any losses. It's just wins and learns.
That's right.
So what we've learned is these 5 steps. So if you have a pen and pencil, you want to write these bad boys down.
Okay, before you go into that, Angie wanted to know, do you have on a head wrap?
No. And is she on Instagram, or?
She is on Instagram Live.
So I will look at this direction.
Right here.
And this is a crown, almost like you know who wore. So,
ow.
Okay. So back to our program. How to keep focused in a crisis. So the first step, number 1, is to see it as it is, not worse than it is. Now this one is pretty much saying you want to get yourself accustomed to taking it head on. You don't want to make it so hard that that there's no way that you can move on, and you don't want to push it into the oh, so light I can do it another day.
Yeah, like whatever.
So exactly.
Yeah.
So you want to actually take this and see it as it is, but not worse than it is. You want to be able to move on. I remember when we were in the salon, and hey, Can.
We have a guest here.
Ah, nice.
She got dressed for it too.
Just a little.
Oh,
Can't see myself.
We were in the salon, and we had the greatest owner that you'll ever want to have, landlord, and he was telling us to get a 10-year lease, but we just signed a 5-year lease, and we were scared that we weren't growing fast enough to sign a 10-year lease, but we never got around to it. So.
But we had put it in motion.
We had put it in motion, but we never signed it.
He ended up getting sick, remember?
Okay. So, 4.75 years into the contract.
I like how you broke that down.
He gets sick. And his kids put him in a nursing home, and they sell the property which we're in. The new owner comes in and says,
hey, I'm here. I'm taking over. And I'm changing up everything. He basically said, there's a new sheriff in town. Yeah. Take it or leave it.
He wanted to make the rent triple what we were paying. He knew what we had invested in it. He knew we couldn't go anywhere because they were pretty much, we hadn't even thought that we were leaving. So we had 3 months to either
renew a lease with him,
or
get the fuck out.
Get out. Okay. And that's number 2. You want to get the real truth. Okay. You want to deal with the cards you're dealt, and you got to make sure that you don't wait. You want to be in a position where you know you're not dying, but you know that this is really important. Okay. Somewhere in between there should light a fire in your ass to make sure that you know that this is serious, but you got to get the facts. The facts were, we signed that lease. It was 5 years.
Yep. And we knew we knew we still had time in it.
Yep. Now, it's going to hit you like, sometimes crisis is going to hit you like a brick. So what I want to also tell you is that at this time, you just want to shut up. Okay? You just
learning time.
You don't want to talk. You don't want to get in there and start acting a fool because you can't.
Because you feel like that.
Yes.
Like you really feel like.
Yes, without question.
You really feel like you ready to go buck ass wild on somebody when they come in and try to snatch the rug from under your feet on something that you built.
Yep.
That you created your foundation, and it most of the time crisis comes out of the blue. It's no preparation for it really.
No.
So
it's none. And a guy did this illustration. He had 2 Coke bottles and he shook them up, bang 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 bang, and now they both under pressure. And he released one, and once it released, that went all crazy and shit and got all over the place. But this one right here, it was still under pressure, but you didn't you never knew. And that's where you want to be.
That's exactly your position.
You never want to let them know that you're under pressure.
Never let them see you sweat.
Never let them see you sweat. Okay.
But we was sweating.
Oh, we were sweating like shit.
We were sweating.
Now, number 3 is get a vision of where you want to go. You need to set a goal for yourself or some type of vision of what you want your next step to be. And that for us was a bigger salon that we can cater more people, that we can bring a better experience to. And we had a vision. We actually had it on Blueprint. Remember that 3D model?
Yeah.
So we went to looking.
Yep, like right away.
We went looking, and
we was searching on Instagram and Instagram, Craigslist, and all of that. Like just looking for properties, places we would never even look before.
So what we did was we found a place where it was off the beaten path, and it was a doctor's office actually. And
Hold on,
oh no,
let
it
me
wasn't a
back up.
doctor's
Let me
office.
back up real quick because we got into the get the vision of what you want,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
So I just want to just add to that a little bit and tell the people that once you got steps 1 and 2, you pretty much already have started to think of that vision that you want. Like that train has been set into motion now because you have already received the crisis. You're traumatized, and now it's like, okay, all right, this is you got it all together, and this is what I need. This is where I need to go. Get your vision down. You're going to have all of that though from them first 2 steps.
And that's where we introduced the vision board, put it up on the vision board, and actually help yourself bring it into existence.
Yep.
Okay.
So you were talking about us looking for the properties.
We were looking up. Now, once you get your vision, this is so important because now you know what to pray for. That's the crazy part. If you don't know what to pray for, then you're like all over the place. Once you get your vision, then you know exactly what to pray for.
Yes.
Once that prayer is in and
Yes.
you know exactly what it is, then it sets the whole thing in motion.
Yep.
So we found a place. It was 4,000 square feet. The landlord took us through, and soon as she mentioned something about family, it almost got us. I was like, oh, she's the one. The Lord brought us here. Boom. She actually underestimated us. She didn't think that we could pull this off because we had 3 months. Okay, we had 3 months. We didn't have we were our own general contractor.
Yes.
Okay.
For everywhere we went.
We were working in the daytime and
working all day. We
working
were working
all daytime,
our
all
full
day,
schedule doing
and
hair,
then busting this out at night, painting, tearing walls down, renovating,
and our team
was right there.
Right
that was
there.
so much
They
teamwork.
were right there.
Okay, so here you go. The next thing you want to do before you make any more mistakes is get a role model or a mentor.
Yes.
Okay, or hire some better advice, because this is how you cut out a lot of time on a lot of mistakes being made. You want to learn off of somebody else's mistakes.
Yes. Do not reinvent the wheel. You don't have to. There are people that have already been drugged through the shit, and they are there waiting to help somebody else not go through the same things that they went through. And that is what Michael and I, that is truly our platform. Like, we're here to help anybody grow, elevate, whatever it is. Because what we have learned through the years is that if we do not help give back, then our get back stops. So we're never going to stop that, ever. So you gotta find somebody that you can link up under and be very careful, because everybody ain't for everybody.
Yes.
So make sure you get you a good person that has your best interests at heart, truly, because we done dealt with some raggedy ones too.
Yeah. The crazy part is I have mentors for different things. I have a financial mentor.
Mhm.
I have a mentor for family. I have role models that are in politics. I have it's not just one. Okay, so reach out. But one of the things that we couldn't figure out is how to get mentors for pretty much us in doing the same thing we were doing. So if you're a trailblazer, figuring it out yourself, then it's going to be you against the world, because you don't know anybody that's doing exactly the same thing you're doing.
Absolutely.
So we've tried to reach out to some of the salons, especially some of the Delaware salons that were bigger than us, and had more experience, and they kind of gave us the cold shoulder. Y'all on the list.
Why are you pointing?
Yeah, y'all on the list.
But I want to emphasize something you just said that's really important. You want to get somebody that's bigger than you.
Yeah.
Because if you are trying to laterally move toward a mentor or for somebody to teach you, or it's not going to happen. It's not going to work. And I know a lot of times we're reluctant to asking for help or however you want to put it. But you got to understand that there's a need. Like you have a need and there's somebody to fulfill it. So don't get caught up in that. It's okay to ask for help and always go to somebody that knows more than you. Period.
I said if you're the smartest person in your circle, you need to get a new circle. Yeah, there you go. All right. And now after you got your role model and your mentor and expert advice, the next step is all on you. You have to go full throttle because nobody's going to work your shit like you. Right. There's going to be times where it's rough. There's going to be times where
you don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it. It's going to be
if you work together, you're fighting.
Yes.
Especially during a renovation.
Not fighting, arguing.
Fighting, arguing. It's the same thing to me.
You left me. Like remember when I was doing the floor?
Because you was acting up, and I said, "I'm out of this bitch. I'm leaving." And then you tried to, "Oh no, I'm sorry. Nope, I'm out of here."
Yeah,
see you morning. But it was like 3 o'clock. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
All right, we're not even gonna talk about that right now. We're trying to get these people.
But I'm just saying,
advice.
You brought it up. You said I left you.
Oh, all right.
Sure
Next,
did.
Number 5 is take massive action and
go hard.
Go hard.
Go hard because you got that vision, right?
Yep.
And step 3, you got the vision. So now that you got that vision, that is it right there. Tunnel vision the hell out of that shit and just go for it. Go through the mud, go through the tears, go through the sweat, all of it. Just go full throttle. And on the other end, it's greatness.
Yeah. That's what separates the haves from the have-nots. Just pushing it to the next level, getting a strategy from a mentor, taking and accessing the situation for what it is, telling yourself what it means, because sometimes if you're in a relationship, is it the end or is it the beginning? Right. If it's the end, you're not going to treat it the same exactly. as it is in the beginning.
Right.
So you have to break it down and see what does it mean. If it's just a little flick off, flick it off.
And keep it
moving. But you have to be the one to ignite yourself, give yourself reasons to get up every morning and put yourself in action.
One of the things that I learned, though, is from being in a couple of different crises, mm-hmm. like having to get through and work through, it almost makes me operate that way more so all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to come out of that full throttle mode. Because the crisis, once you're in a crisis, you operate complete. It's on a whole nother level.
Yeah. Like,
you just taking it, like, all the way up. So it's hard to come, like, all the way back down. You might come down a couple notches, but you're still going hard.
Yeah, it's a go hard mentality. Yeah. That's what we got. Especially when you're doing it with a partner that is got your back. So you stand back to back, and you can pretty much handle anything.
Yes. Let's talk to this daughter of ours. This is one of our daughters here. We have 4 beautiful children.
Yes, yeah.
And this lovely here is the only one at home. This is Cam. Come here, Cam.
Stuck in the quarantine.
Yeah. Hey.
With the parents.
Come say hi to the people.
I don't know what to look at.
Come on over here between us.
So you can.
Yes, you can get on all cameras. You see, we got 27 of them.
Yes.
Yeah. So Cameron, she is the child of ours who makes the shea butter.
Yes.
But she has fallen off tremendously, so I've been doing it a lot myself now. So we want Cam back on the wheels and still making the shea butter, right?
Yes.
Y'all want Cheryl and Brenda to make the shea butter.
And she's a hornet. She's a
Yes,
Dell State Hornet.
DSU.
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
DSU for me.
She just made it to her junior year, right?
Yep.
Yes, due to COVID-19 and all. And on top of that, she is a frontline worker because
She's
she's
a
a
frontline worker.
CNA.
She's a CNA. Yes.
Yes.
I
She
work
is.
every day.
And she works every day.
Every
Woo,
day.
woo, woo.
And I never
I
got
said,
to.
whip it, Cam. Whip it, Cam.
And I never got a chance to reach out to my frat brother Tony Allen. We went to him. First of all, he's the president of the United States.
He should be.
He's the
Right?
president of
Anybody
the-
would be better than that damn one that's in there.
President of Dell
Delaware
State
State University.
University. And we had a problem. And I don't even think it was on the shield either, actually, because you reached out. And
Yeah. And he just came right in. So thanks, Tony Allen. We're forever grateful.
Come on, killer.
Baby girl is about to do her junior year.
Yeah.
We about to make her start paying the mortgage since she's the only one working up in this bitch right now.
All
But,
right.
hi.
Hey,
So
So,
you got anything you want to say?
no, what was y'all talking about? I was going to touch on that. I don't like asking for help. And I like when y'all say, like, ask for help.
Oh,
But
I'm
I'm
talking
not.
about the mentors.
Yeah, I'm not an ask for help type of person.
Yeah. Neither is your dad.
I don't
Neither
like
am
it.
I.
I feel like I can figure it out. And then if it's hard, I don't care. I'll get through it.
Wow. Well, you see, it runs in the family, so.
Yeah. We could probably just save ourselves some time if we just
Ask for
somebody.
help.
Yeah. But hey,
That's
we're
what
gonna
I
have to
think
figure it
we
out.
do.
Yes.
And
Yeah. Well, we wanted to. What? You want to go to the.
what we're gonna do now is talk about what we're gonna do next week.
Oh.
Somebody asked
You see my glass?
how many streams of income
Y'all saw that.
do you have? And it was crazy because I was just about to say I'm a hairstylist. I know.
And that was it.
Boom. So what we did was we started actually investing in ourselves and opening up different streams of income. But what we made sure that it was something that we believed in and something that we enjoyed. We're travel agents.
Yes, we're travel agents.
We have a beauty.
We just like to book our own travel.
Exactly, and that's why we became travel
and our
agents
friends and loved ones.
As
we like
travel
to travel.
agents, and we
so
get
we
discount.
get a lot of the perks.
And perks is
yes.
Exactly. We have a beauty product
We have a hair and skincare line.
and a skincare line.
Yes.
We
www.richproducts.com.
That's exactly right. We're both hairstylists
We
in
are
our
both
own
hairstylists. in our
salon
own-
and spa.
Yes, salon and spa.
Yes, we do have RESH hair.
Yes.
And what are we going with?
We are also the host of Dinner en Blanc, Le Dîner en Blanc, Wilmington.
Yes.
And we've been getting a lot of people asking us, what is going on? Is this going to happen this year? Is it not going to happen this year? It was so awesome last year. Cam, you was there working last year, Dinner en Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
Did you love it?
I did. I had fun. I was there both years. The first year
Yeah.
and the second year. First year, I can't tell you guys that much because I had such a great time. And then the second year, it was pretty good. I didn't get to experience the whole Market Street of it because I didn't even know we had that much stuff there. So I never got to walk all the way up there. But
You was partying pretty much in one
yeah,
spot.
I was partying in one spot.
Nice. So we're about to break down all the details for this year.
For what we know.
For what we know
Right now.
And what we know is tune in next week. And we will tell you
And we're
guys
going to give you
all
what
about
we
it.
got.
Oh,
But I'm going to cheers my Dîner en Blanc glass from 2019 here.
boom. And thank you for joining in on
The RESH Life,
the Race Life.
The
episode
RESH
7. We
Life.
hope that we was
Episode-
able to
episode
bless
7.
you.
Yes, sir.
Yes, tonight.
Yeah. Take something, leave something, share something,
And come back.
and come back. And protect your race.
Bye,
Have a great
y'all.
time. Bye-bye.